Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Greatness in You podcast. I'm your host, Gary Peart. I'm an entrepreneur, business owner, motivational speaker, author, and all around good guy. This podcast is designed to be your weekly dose of enlightenment, encouragement, and hope. So let's begin. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being here to join me once again. And another Greatness in You moment. We left last time talking about how many in our life and where we began in life can seem to be such a hindrance to our future because many of us live our life looking backwards instead of looking forward. Why? Because looking backwards, we're very familiar with what's behind us. The same concept is hindsight is 2020. But what if your greatness lies in you forces you to look forward because your future will be more brighter than your past? And the sad part is many are so stuck in their lives looking backward. I think one of the greatest things we're looking for and most human beings are looking for is for meaning in life. The whole search of man is to find meaning. The word meaning means purpose or reason for being. So most of the people that we see struggling around us is not because they're bad people. It's because they had a bad experience that led them to question things and there's no relevant answer. So what do? They start to experiment with life. They try things. So those in relationship wanting love, they try all kind of wild relationship. Those in abusive relationship, they're seeking love in the wrong places. The search for drug addiction, all this habit, all comes out of a search for meaning. And so what they try to do is trying to find a reason to live, and they hang around people who they think are living. And the sad part is, if you hang out with someone going nowhere, odds are you won't go anywhere. So if there's somewhere you want to go, find somebody who's on that journey to where you want to go hang out with them, and they can get you to where they're going, and you can go there with them. So one of the things I want to talk about today is also about we're made in the image of our Creator. Now, as I said before, one of the filters I use in talking about the greatness in you, we've got to go back and see who our Creator is. Now, some of you, I understand you're not religious or you're not believing in God. That's okay. It's not an issue. It's just that every one of us know deep down there's a reason and a purpose for life. So that's the one I'm talking to and I'm talking about. And so the word image means in exact likeness or shadow of the original. So if I was to say to you, you're made in God's image, that means you're in exact reflection or shadow of God. That basically means if you take your hand, put it into the light, and there's another 5 handprint that's below the light, that means that's actually who you are. That means you have the same power, the same reflection as God. The first step in discovering your greatness is to understand who you are and where you're from. So this is the reason why we are searching. Now, I said where you're from. I don't mean where were you born. I was born in Jamaica. That's where I was born, but that's not where I'm from. But that is not what I'm talking about. To discover your greatness, we must look back at the beginning as to how we are made and why we are made. And because we don't understand how we are made, we are trying to seek out the reason for my existence. And we are seeking out reason for daily living. And for many of us, because life is not working for us, then naturally what we do, we self-destruct in life by making bad choices. Bad choices lead to bad consequences, lead to bad result, lead to bad outcome. And we're hoping in making bad choices, good will come. But that's not how the principle works. See, there's a law established that there's the same principle. See, whatsoever you sow in the right soil, it's going to produce the right product. So if I put corn in water, it will produce, but not in great strength it could because there's something missing, the dirt. But if I put corn in dirt and add water to it, now its full potential is possible. So what we're doing in our life, the sad part to say, is that we are making wrong choices by putting the wrong seed in the wrong soil, and we're hoping for a different fruit to come out of that ground. Every farmer knows if I plant corn, I got to expect corn. If I plant wheat, I expect wheat. But if I plant apple, I don't expect peach. And if I plant peach, I don't expect orange. So the principle works on both sides. I'm hoping you can understand the analogies I'm giving you to understand the reality of nature so you can see it with your own eyes, that they're all around us. They're a perfect example of what life's supposed to function like when we're walking obedience to the law of our world. Laws are set in motion. All around us, there's different laws functioning. There's a law of sight, law of hearing, law of eating, law of sitting, law of looking, law of the road. So many laws are functioning, but because we are unaware of them. You're never aware of a law that we're violating until you violate it. So, I'll give you an example. If you walk in the room and there's an obstacle in your way, a chair, and you bump your toe against it, you're going to scream and curse. Why? Because you violate the law of walking by bumping your toe. You begin to curse. But the chair didn't move in your pathway. You just put your feet in the wrong position. And so you start to throb. And you start to call the chair's name. But the chair didn't block you. We just wasn't paying attention. And we bump our toe. That means there's a law there saying if I move my toe towards an established object in my pathway and I hit it too hard, I will scream and call it all kind of names. Do you now understand the principles? So all around us, when you discover laws and principle, life begins to work for you. And then your greatness starts to manifest itself. All right, we have to end it here. We look forward to speaking to you next time. We'll continue this train of thought and expand on that to give you more insight and hope some depth of revelation. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Greatness in You podcast. All episodes are available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. If you like the podcast, please rate and review on iTunes, as this is the best way to help spread the word about this podcast. Also, if you'd like to support this podcast, don't forget to visit the Greatness in You Patreon page, where members will have access to exclusive content and other words of encouragement. And if you're interested in finding out more about your purpose and potential, check out my book, The Greatness in You, which is available at Barnes & Noble's, BAM Bookstore, and on Amazon, as well as many other places. Until next time, remember, there is greatness in you.